So, we are back to Griftlands. So, Griftlands has had a couple new updates since I last played it. Most recently, yesterday, there was the Crush Your Enemies update with a few new enemies, a couple new crafts, and some balancing changes. And I figured why not check Griftlands out again. There's still one story I haven't even played yet. That will be Smith. So yeah, let's play some Griftlands. Let's play Smith's campaign, The Inheritance. Smith goes home and finds some stuff out. We have a couple of perk points we can use. Let's go for some that we have never want to run with. Let's go with plus 12 maximum health. Let's go with the first two cards you draft in each deck come with full XP and perfect shape, gain 1 power at the start of each battle. That seems like a decent set. Makes us tend a bit more towards combat with the power and the max health. And yeah, we haven't played with Smith yet, so prestige is obviously gonna be locked. So let's start the run. You were born to disappoint. When your wealthy parents tried to foot you with the bill of your ambitions, you left the check with your siblings and hit the road. Actions speak louder than words, so while you gambled and drank your way through every dive bar at this side of the sea, your parents cleaned up after you, eager to keep the family name out of ledgers. Meanwhile, your siblings flourished. Leroux, the baby, grew out of diapers and into the Merchant's Guild, keeping his skin oiled. Malifi, your twin sister, sharpened her teeth in the Admiralty, swinging up the ranks like a sharp-toothed eel. And Vixmali, the eldest, became a Hessian cardinal. Guess those family ties paid off. Hey, Karis Divine! Welcome! Glad to see you. It has indeed been a while. I'm doing well. How about you? So, at least when your parents finally died, they had 3 other broodlings to be proud of. But when you came home to claim your inheritance, it turns out that your parents weren't the only ones to feel resentful. Glad to hear that you got past that and are doing better now. This isn't the first time you wake up in a gutter, but it's the first time it hurt so bad. You knew you weren't the family favorite, but to be kicked out of your own parents' funeral? Go over what happened, or check yourself for bruises. We do have the benefits for combat, and we do have... Oh, it's the first 2 cards you draft in each deck. Well, let's go with the negotiation card here. I wanna get both decks up to par pretty early, if possible. You've talked your way out of retribution before, but your baby brother talked twisters around you. Okay, so let's take a look at Smith's negotiation deck. We have standard composure cards, just blocking 3 damage. We have Brag, Renowned 1, increase the maximum damage of this card by 2. Renown. This card has an additional effect if you have enough renown. We do have Name Drop to generate that for us. We'll look at that later. Yeah, it's... that's correct, Karis. Only the first 3 days are currently playable. So the end is indeed not out yet. But I figured why not have a look at it now that the third day has been released and the balance and content patch yesterday has hit. So yeah. We have Bully. Bravado. This card deals bonus damage equal to the number of hostility cards played in a row this turn. So we want to play multiple in a row if we go for Bravado stuff. Then we have Name Drop. Gain 2 Renown, draw a card. Renown is an argument with 3 resolve. When destroyed, deals 1 damage to our core argument per stack of Renown. But at the end of the turn, it deals 1 damage for every 2 stacks to a random opponent. Random opponent's argument. At the start of your turn, Renown is reduced by 1. So while we have any Renown, these Brags deal 2 extra maximum damage. And finally there's Nepotism. That's the give you an option of 2 choices card. Insert Self-Promotion or Cloud into your deck. Self-Promotion gives us an influence. We lose that at the end of turn. And Cloud is played twice. So very nice with dominance. Now we have Influencer. Renown 2. This deals 3 bonus damage. Can upgrade to become Renowned 1 or deal 5 bonus damage. Not a bad card. Fixate. Remove all composure from all friendly arguments. Apply that much composure to your target. Can upgrade to cost 0 or give +3 composure. Or we have Networker, Renowned 2, draw 2 cards. We could make it draw 3 cards or be Renowned 1. It also deals 4 damage, which is quite solid for a 1 cost card. I'll go with Networker here. It will immediately be upgraded as well. Yeah, that gives us a lot of draw. Might be a good idea to plate your tongue with silver, at least. Before you entered by the front entrance, elbowing your way through the crowd. This time, though, you head around the back.
Hold it right there, Grifter. The captain has given me license to beat you down again if you need it.
And Yonate.
If you know who I am, you know I ain't no grifter. This is my house.
Not anymore. Besides, I've been stationed here for 5 years, and this is the first time I've seen you.
I had better things to do than let my glands harden around this dump, didn't I?
Kradeshi politics are never kind, but to be disowned by your own brood, that must sting.
It takes time and self-reflection to notice where your feelings are at, and you'd rather avoid it altogether. You notice a box just inside the estate gates, a glint of precious metals catching your eye. Looks like some of the heirlooms from your parents' vacation home. Let's demand one of them. You expect me to walk away empty-handed? My parents are dead, and I've got brood rights. Rights to that box, for instance. Cobb glances over his shoulder in surprise. Seems the box was overlooked.
No one here cares about your damn rights. I'm doing you a favor by turning you away like this.
Let's upgrade the networker before we jump into a battle here, or a negotiation. Let's go with the extra draw. We should be able to get 2 renown pretty easily with these name drops, and we're probably gonna add additional renown over time. But I think I want to start getting some upgrades to my battle deck as well, so let's beat Cobb up. You cannot run from this fight. Once it starts, it's do or die. Didn't expect to have to cave someone's face in on this side of the gates, but at least I'm used to it. Cobb dislikes me. You're about to fight a smith for the first time. Would you like to see a tutorial? Sure. Smith Moxie. Whenever Smith takes damage on his turn, his Moxie increases by a random amount between 1 and 2. At the end of his turn, Smith will heal equal to the amount of moxie he has. After healing, his moxie is halved down to a minimum of 1. Smith's drinking. Smith can drink various things during combat that have different effects but also add empty bottles to his discard. Empty bottles can be played to draw new cards or used by other cards for powerful effects. Yeah, so Smith is kind of a self-damage character, at least partially. So we want to take damage on our turn and defend against the enemy hit, so we optimize the use of our moxie. So let's start with a dropkick, dealing 7 to them, 3 to myself. You can see here the moxie goes up, 3 moxie available, so we will heal 3 damage at the end of the turn. And then we can... we could dropkick again and then toughen up. But we don't need to take more damage and we don't have to take this fight this fast. So let's go with the block here. The defense. Now moxie is back down to 1. It seems like... oh yeah, moxie is halved down to a minimum of 1. So we'll always regenerate at least 1 health every turn from the moxie. Let's use Smith's Flask. We get an empty bottle and we can play Smith's Flask again to add more empty bottles. We could draw 2 cards, so we could gain 2 adrenaline. Adrenaline attack damage is increased by number of adrenaline. At the end of your turn, remove all adrenaline. Enemies not attacking this turn. Let's go with the adrenaline. Hair of the Rock. Let's use Smith's Arsenal. We have Hammer Throw. Apply 1 trauma. Trauma is whenever owner is attacked, increase trauma by 1. At 10 stacks, owner gets traumatized and loses trauma. Traumatized means the next attack against owner deals double damage and reduces this by 1. So after hitting the enemy a total of 10 times, we get double damage on 1 attack. Doesn't seem too useful right now. And we have Bottle Smash. Expend 1 empty bottle card from your deck to play this. Apply 1 wound. That sounds good. Let's go at least somewhat aggressive on this turn. Actually quite aggressive. Enemy has Formation. At the end of Goon Corp's turn, apply 3 defense to all allies. And I think we do the same thing again. Let's spread out the experience a bit. Go with the other dropkick. And then defend twice here. Let's keep drinking. Hair of the Rock again. Alleviate 4 health. Alleviate, recover health up to the amount you have lost this turn. So after we dropkick, we could alleviate up to 3 health, for example. Could be interesting. Not right now though. I don't actually want to end the fight just yet. I want to try getting a little bit more experience on my cards. So let's do Toughen Up, and then Smith's Arsenal for a Bottle Smash. These empty bottles are also playable to draw a card and expend them. By that, yes, you do gain... you do not lose a card or an energy, or rather action. But instead, you lose the empty bottle. So you can keep them around in your deck if you don't mind losing a draw every now and then. I think it's time to end this fight. Let's go Smith's Arsenal for a Bottle Smash again. I will bash, hopefully not finishing the opponent with it. I should have played the empty bottle just to draw another card, but it's only 1 EXP we lose here, so I will accept a surrender. I don't usually like killing people too early, Otherwise you have to deal with other people hating you for that. Kiss the Fists. Attack with this card twice. That works very well with adrenaline at the very least. Swig. Drink 2. Gain one of the following. 2 Moxie, 2 Adrenaline, 4 Defense, or 1 Power. That seems like a really good card. Very flexible. Can be used to defend as well. It shouldn't level up gain EXP twice. It would if it says play this card twice, I think, or something, but I'm not sure. Maybe there isn't the difference. I think it doesn't level up twice. But there is attack with this card 3 times, will be the upgrade. That means it would deal 6 to 9, this would deal 8 to 12, but this is obviously better with adrenaline, power, stuff like that. If your target has trauma or traumatized, this deals double damage. Also interesting. And you can either increase the minimum or maximum damage. I like Kiss the Fists here. Yeah, the way cards level up in this game is pretty nice. The only downside of it is that it kinda encourages you to stall out fights, but then there are mechanics in place to limit that, so it's not a huge deal. And it can actually sometimes be fun. Let's take Kiss the Fist. I can see the potential of a multi-attack with adrenaline and similar mechanics. All I wanted was what's rightfully mine.
Shield easy.
Not on the guest list, you said. Except my fist was on the guest list to your face. Oh, all for this bauble. All this for a bauble. Take it then. But I'll be telling your siblings about this. They'll reclaim what's theirs, if they need to. Faded Journal. Upgrade a negotiation card. Receive Amnesiator. The next card played is played twice. Then destroy it. Destroy after 2 use. Ooh. That is tempting. It's a negotiation card. So we could, for example, use that to remove the bullies. 2 bullies from our deck if we want to go more diplomacy based. This is basically 2 removals. It will take a while until it actually does its job, but I like it. Yeah, Smith is definitely an interesting dude. Like his style quite a bit. You take what's yours, or at least the only thing you're allowed. Now leave. We could ask about some things. Let's see. Wait a second, I got questions. This isn't your funeral, but if you want it to be, I suppose I can't stop you from sticking around. Because we don't have infinite time on the stream, I'm not gonna get too much into additional lore. So I'll just leave. Attempt to leave with a mode of dignity. You're not getting into the family home, that's for sure. Fine. I don't need this dump, I've traveled the world. See you on the flipper side, chump. Let's leave. Sweet relief. Life's got you down, time to hit the bar. The Hideaway isn't your first choice of a bar, but it's the only one that doesn't have a bouncer at the door. Keep him pilgrims away. Inside, the air is humid and heavy, the way most Kradeshi like it. You take a deep breath to coat your lungs, and for the first time you actually feel at home. It takes a moment for you to notice the Jerackle barkeep hair slick with the heat. Hey barkeep, whatever you got that's on the house. I'm in mourning. On the house? You get another thing coming if you think. Smith?
Sipiaka.
Got it in one, do I? The nervous twitching of the Jiracal's nose brings back fond memories of your school days.
Also koto.
Sweet Mareef, you old fluff. How you been, buddy?
Kepe polpa.
Boy, is it good to see a friendly face. I've had a hell of a week. Yeah? Well, you and me both, I guess. Is there something you want? Or are you just here to ask for free swill? Because you're extra sensitive, you notice that Sweet Mareef is looking a little limp. Let's offer to help him.
Dalosaki.
Yeah, well, whatever you are doing, count me in. We're friends after all. We are?
Sikipe.
Old buds like you and me, we gotta stick together. We do?
Tolsakashe.
What can I do to help, huh? Just say the word, and your old pal Smith will knock some heads for you. Assuming this ain't some trick, I got a lead on something that might help. I just didn't have the muscle to see it done.
Sia hatapa.
Hey, I got enough to spare. Leave it to me. Sure, Smith. Whatever you say. The fastest Oshno? Sweet Mareef made a sizable bet on the next race at the Oshno track. You need to make it a winner. Allows me to remove a card. Or render onto hash. Sweet Mareef needs you to get one of two rival tithe collectors off his back. 30 more shields, but we don't get to remove a card. Let's go for the card removal option here. Not sure they have them wherever you've been, but have you been following the races?
Siempoma.
The Oshnos? Nah. Everything moves too quick. No drama. Normally I don't mess with gambling. Tourists get worse. But these are strange times and... well, I just happened to have a lead on the next race. Everyone expects Wilson to win, but he's apparently had an injury. Run race away from the noodle house, they said. So those in the know are actually putting shields on board.
Kokoshe.
Those in the know, huh? And who told you? Nobody. I overheard a patron talking about it with a friend.
Siasaka.
Oh yeah? They were sitting what? Here at the bar? Right in front of me. They were keeping quiet. But some folks think the bartender is part of the scenery.
Shosiaso.
Uh-huh. I've run that scam before too. Scam?
Siaputia.
Sure. Put more shields in circulation and Buddy wins them all.
Sikipe.
Take my advice and just forget it. I would, but...
Sopetate.
you already made your wager. How much? More than I can afford to lose. Okay.
Sipiaka.
Let me think. Been a while since I thought about Oshnos, other than, you know, for eating. I'm washed. How could I be so stupid? There's no getting my money back.
Sepiana.
Sure there is, old bud. And then some. You just need to make sure your snail wins.
Kepiakiol.
When's the race? In a couple hours.
Siaputia.
Alright, no problem. Plenty of time to turn the odds in your favor.
Soshua.
Sit pretty. I'll be back. Let's see what Mareef has for sale. Adrenaline shot. Add 2 copies of Hasten into your draw pile. Replenish. Destroys after 3 uses. Sure. Tincture. Gain 2 power. Replenish. Destroy after 2 uses. And Salve. 10 heal. Replenish. Destroy after 1 use. We don't need any of these right now. But it's good to know what's around. The fastest Oshno. It might be easiest just to convince Churna to throw the race. Trina might be able to give you something to affect one of the snails in the race. Alright, we have an upgrade on Kiss the Fists. I think I want the 3rd hit with it. Mostly get better scaling there. Let's go to Trina and try to influence the race. The streets are often slick with salt brine, but the commotion is new. You're too curious not to look. So you follow the ruckus to its end and find a spark baron locked in the Luminitiate's unforgiving grapple. Heathen feet don't belong on anointed soil. What are you here for, Baron? You trying to poison the behemoth? I live here, you idiot. I pay my tithe, same as any other resident. You don't make an effort to hide your amusement, and that's enough to draw their attention. You with him, Grifter? Here to help him taint the waters? Let's ask her what Kevin did. Barons were moving into the foam even when I was last here. So what comes from them having the shills for it? What did this one do to make you so angry? If you have to ask, then it's clear you don't walk in the shallows. Unbelievers and abominations walk hand in hand. I suggest you leave before I deal with you as well. Well, let's ask Kevin then. You turn to Kevin. You gotta be stupid to mess with the cult on their own turf, right? This is Pearl on the Foam, not Supplicant City. What difference does it make if it's me or a pilgrim? The behemoth rots on the beach while they tap it for lumin and make grand statements. But we could actually be learning something from the creature if we act fast. Ah, so you are messing with the blob, huh? The truth comes out. We could convince her to let him go, or we could defend him. I think I'll go with the diplomatic option here. Especially because she will dislike me if I use force. Alright, I get your problems, but those bruises speak for themselves, huh? You've taught the Baron a lesson? So why not just let him go? Can trust Smith. We get double duty. The first card played at the start of your turn is played twice. Ooh, not bad. We have our core argument. Confrontational. Whenever any argument is created, deal 1 damage to a random target. And we have the enemy Devoted. Whenever a Faith in Hash argument is destroyed, this argument restores 2 resolve. So they heal for 2 whenever I destroy an argument of theirs. We don't have defense yet. Let's start with a name drop to get some renown going. That's gonna be useful for some of our cards, like this Visionary Networking. Let's draw a bunch of cards. We can afford to play the Amnesiator here, so let's just defend with the Bewilder. And then the Renown also deals 2 damage because we have 4 stacks right now. Enemies attacking my Renown. We do need to protect it, because if it goes down we lose 1 health per stack. But we can easily do it with this hand. Don't want to double play the name drop again. No, I'll go with the brag this time. 3 and 5, not bad. Let's play a single name drop and then defend our renown. There's a Faith in Hash argument. Targets 2 opponent arguments each turn for 2/2 damage. We definitely want to get rid of that. Maybe we amnesiate or bully it. I do want to take every chance I can get to play the Amnesiator to get these bullies out, because we have already started adding some diplomacy to this deck, and I think that's just the way I'm gonna go with this. And let's keep ourselves defended. We don't need to take any damage here. Our Renown is providing a nice passive damage. Levy. If this is destroyed, Smith loses 15 chills, and Color's core argument takes 5 damage. Can only be targeted by cards, so it won't be randomly destroyed by our Renown. Got it. It's good to know. Let's go with a name drop to keep our renown up. Nepotism would be good for the self-promotion, deal maximum damage with a brag, but I do want to protect my resolve, so I'll just go with the brag here. There's another faith in hash argument. And we have the chance to amnesiate or bully again. The second one does 3 to 4, nice. We don't have defense this turn. We do have a small chance of ending the fight with a brag. Actually a pretty good chance because our renown is also gonna do 2 damage. Sure. Well, didn't work, we take 2, that's fine. There will be opportunities to heal a little bit of resolve damage. But we're now fatigued, so we can no longer gain XP for this negotiation. So I really want to end it now. Let's see. Influencer again. It is fine, it just doesn't excite me. Boosted Influencer is reasonable. Quip. Gain. Whenever your core argument is attacked, deal 3 random damage to a random target. That is a hostility card, but it doesn't really push us into hostility territory, if that makes sense, because it's just a buff we gain. We can upgrade it to become 0 cost or not expend. Then there's even footing. Apply 2 composure to a random friendly argument. Repeat once per enemy non-core argument. That seems pretty bad. Plus 2 times? I don't like leaving too many enemy arguments up. So I'm not a huge fan of even footing. I could see myself taking any of the other ones. Influencer if I just want some more straight up damage. Yeah, I think that might be better than Quip. Sure. What does it really do for us? It provides damage, but does it provide much more damage than a brag once it's upgraded? Something like a tall brag could hit for 7 with some influence. This will hit for 8. You know what? I'm actually gonna decline here. I don't want to waste my free upgrade from the Ancient Warrior on a mediocre card. I'm not much of a diplomat, but the Spark Barons and the Cult got a truce, right? Yeah? If you kill this one, then I'm pretty sure that's gonna make at least one of your superiors pretty angry. If Hesh wills it, then there wouldn't be a truce? I suppose you're right. You're living here on borrowed time, Kevin. Best run back to Grauborg before we seize your assets and bar your kind for good. Color turns on her heel and marches off in a haze of self-righteousness. I wouldn't call this a happy ending, but it's not an ending at all, and that's happy enough for me. Since you're clearly on the side of science, perhaps you'll be interested in a few of the samples I took from the beach. Like guts and stuff? Sounds gross. Only if you're insufficiently curious. Go on, take a look. Krillico. Gain 6 power and Krilled Up. Krilled Up, lose 0 power every turn. Lose 0 health when power reaches 0. How much power do we lose each turn? It can't be 0 power, and it can't be losing 0 health. We don't know yet, huh? Oh, we also have a weapon supplier. Oh, that must be the Spark Baron Kevin we just saved. I mean, it's replenish and 0 cost, so there's no downside to picking it, I guess. Lumicide Dorsal Spines. Apply 3 exposed, piercing. Destroy after 2 uses. That might not be as good. Hessian Amulet. Discard any number of cards. Heal 3 per card. Destroy after 1 use. I will take that for some healing. I'm not sure if I want the Lumicide dorsal spines. They deal a bit more damage than the bash. They are piercing. Sure.
Siasaka.
Guess the behemoth was a bottom feeder, huh?
Pishenko.
Not a bad hypothesis.
Pushako.
Only research can say for certain. Kevin loves you. We saved him from a cult beating, and we receive a random item card every morning. Not bad to get this early. Kevin leaves you to contemplate the belly of the beast. Let's move on to our actual quest. There is Corp, who we attacked early on, so they dislike us. But they are intimidated, they will not join battle against us. So we don't have to worry about that, at least. Bile brokers aren't exactly welcome in the Pearl, but the old and young alike often seek out their concoctions. Hey, you're not allowed in here. The face isn't familiar, but the tone is.
Tiempo, ma.
Huh? Who? Me? Trina points to a rough sketch behind the counter. That looks more or less like you. Only 15 years younger. Damn for life, I believe that says. Sound familiar?
Shinsopel.
Ah, no. I've never been here before. I'm just a pilgrim, right?
Miasashiasu.
First time in the Pearl.
Shakunapa.
Oh wow, it's so nice here. Real fancy.
Sepiana.
Never in all my dreams did I imagine me, Joe McNobody, would end up in Pearl on the film. Foam.
Sipiaka.
Right, that's the kind of mistake a nobody like me would make for sure. Business is slow, so you can browse. But keep your hands where I can see them, and don't touch anything. These aren't beauty supply. Oh, she dislikes me already. Ask Trina about oceanophysiology. Might be able to give you something. Yeah. Sure.
NPSG.
Hey, what do you know about mucus membranes? I know that if you want yours clogged, you're going to have to find somebody else. I don't sell uppers to riffraff.
Sikipe.
Not mine, you loon. A noshnus. Oh well. I don't typically offer veterinary services. Chemically speaking, oshnus are very complicated.
Sopetate.
Yeah? Must be hard to make them go fast. Or slow them down. Well, yes. That's why there's a whole industry built up around it. I do sell a few substances that, well, can substitute for certain pheromones.
Tosakashe.
How much? Ah, I see. I suspect you won't just be paying for my expertise, but my discretion as well. I could pay her money, but she's very expensive because she don't likes me. I could give her a tissue sample, but it would cost me 20 HP. Or I could convince her to waive her fee. Huh, seems to me there's money to be made in maybe studying Oshnus a little more closely. Especially swanky pedigree Oshnus, like they got here in the foam. Purple Haze. Whenever you play a card, draw a card, and then discard a random card in your hand. Interesting. We don't really benefit from self-promotion right now. Let's start with name drop. And then defend, I guess? I'm okay with taking 1 if I can deal 3 on average. Seems like I have to go relatively fast here. Although, maybe I should have tried to build up more renown instead. eccentricity. All cards have a random cost between 0 and 2. Okay.
Tapatupe.
We probably want to keep this alive. It should actually be quite good for us in the long run.
Sopalkutie. Genkanu kapuna. Dikyuhosa.
That is quite a turn.
Olma shuatia.
Yeah, with the purple haze we can just discard our higher cost cards. Let's defend first here. I actually think I want to play the Visionary Network on draw cards. No. We can get by with our cards that still need XP.
Patu sesa. Sia shiatona.
Now I will play it though.
Sopalkutie.
We have 2 Renounce, that's dealing 1. We don't have the kill just yet.
Tapatupe.
And you know, I actually don't want the kill just yet. This is a fight where we can gain tons of experience.
Sia shiatona. Tapatupe. Diapanko. Dikyuhosa. Sopalkutie.
Yes, I have playable cards remaining. I don't want to play them though. Well. Fine. Fall Guy. Apply 3 Composure to a random friendly argument and force all enemy intents and arguments to target it. We would need to play this first, but it is a good effect. It's usually easier to defend a single argument than to defend multiples. Influencer. Again, Unyielding. If this card destroys an argument, gain 1 action and return it to your hand. That is very powerful, but it's a hostility card. It's not quite what I want here. Let's go with Fall Guy. That sounds like a great defensive card. If only you had an agent who could get close to the thoroughbreeds, then you could just sit back and observe. None of the risk, all of the reward. You're proposing I conduct doping experiments on the Pearl's prize Ashnus? Nah, I'm proposing you just keep an eye out and, you know, pay attention. Whatever you learn could probably be pretty valuable. I suppose that's true. And if my dosage kills the snail, that's a lesson learned as well. Very well. All I need is some simple Oshno drugs. Something to make them kick up their heels or drag them. Either works. Whichever's easier. Neither of them are what I consider easy. Oshnos aren't of this world. So? Neither are we. I mean, strictly speaking. And Oshnos are more alien still. All the same, it's all pheromones, one way or the other. I can make a perfume, but it will be costly whichever way you decide. It's probably better to just speed up the one we have bet on, instead of slowing maybe multiple others down. You know what? I'm impatient. Let's make the Oshno fast. Yes. Well, a mating pheromone would certainly provide the motivation, but you need something physiological for the thrust. Just a little bit of spark delivered to the amygdala will trigger a metabolic cascade. I'll have to add a time release inhibitor, or its hearts will all explode, of course. Is this safe? For the Oshno? Yes. For the Oshno? Yes. For you? Agree to this plan? Sure.
Sepiana.
Well, I ain't getting any younger, so I guess we'll go for that one. Give me a moment. Trina lines up a row of bubbling beakers before you can bark. You let your eyes glaze over just long enough to get past all the science stuff. Here, it's done.
Tiempo, ma.
Hey, that looks kinda tasty actually. Do not eat it. Unless you want to regurgitate the digestive lining out both ends at once.
Pansoshoa.
That's a hard pass.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we got our doping. Let's try to give it to the Arsenal. Getting into the stables is easier than it should be, which makes you wonder why you've never rigged a race before now. While most of the pens are labeled with elaborate filigreed plaques, boards is nothing but chipped paint and old plywood.
Tolkelta.
I like to keep it simple too, old Slimer.
Tolsakashe.
What you say to a little treat, huh? Board is a big one, which explains why you didn't notice the stable hand with a fork full of fumets lurking just behind the snail. Hey, no treats before the Arsenal before a race. Convince Grumph you're here to help, or scare him away, or beat him up. Let's go with the diplomatic option.
Zopetate.
Well, you see, I'm a veterinary student, and this Arsenal's looking a little rough, you know. Alright, we didn't upgrade the fall guy. Whoops. Not a big deal. Although it would be nice right about now. Let's defend. Sure, let's have one brag upgraded. Get the others closer. That wasn't a lot of damage. Suspicion. Diplomacy cards deal -1 damage with a minimum of 1 damage. Reduce suspicion by 1 at the beginning of Grumph's turn. Well, that works out nicely because we don't really have any damaging diplomacy cards right now. Let's go with name drop. And just defend here. Suspicion is gone. It's time to use the nepotism for self-promotion. Gives us an influence. At the end of our turn we lose an influence, so Bragg now deals max damage. Actually, we do need to defend our renown, otherwise we're in trouble. Oh, we can't. Well, I guess we'll take 4 here and lose our renown. That sucks. Ouch. Bone Tired. When destroyed, Grumph loses 6 resolve. Or actually, gains 2 composure whenever Smith creates a new argument. Yeah. Let's upgrade these Bewilders. And just go for the damage here. Let's go for the self-promotion. Oh, that actually... Yeah, that creates 2 arguments, doesn't it? At the end of your turn, you lose 1 influence, then remove this argument. Okay. It does create a second argument. We don't have renown right now, so we can't get a kill at the moment. Might as well defend then. Impatience. They do now deploy with +1 argument, and their arguments deploy with +1 resolve, so we should try to end this fight relatively quick. We also no longer gain XP. Can we get the kill here? That's 1 damage, 2 damage, and then this is a random amount of damage. Maybe we draw into it. Oh, right. He gains... Yeah. Let's defend ourselves. There's another bone tile. That's a good way to end the fight. And irritable. Gain 1 sec whenever a card is played. At 10 stacks, Smith is dealt 5 resolve damage and this argument is removed. Well, we're not gonna take that long to end the fight, so... Or rather, the negotiation. Let's see. There's another influencer. There's Fixate. Remove all composure from all friendly arguments. Apply that much composure to your target. I don't think that's really what we want. Upgrades to give +3 or become 0 cost. Yeah. Destroy a friendly argument. Apply composure equal to its maximum resolve to all friendly arguments. Upgrade to be 0 cost or +2. That is interesting. The only thing we could really do with that right now is remove the self-promotion debuff. But that would be kind of nice to keep the influence. I'm not sure actually. I think I'll skip again. It's time to upgrade our bewilders. 3 composure and draw a card or 10 composure and destroy. Sure, let's get the bewilder of clarity. Draw a card or gain a renown. That might be useful. Drawing cards is obviously useful too, but we don't currently have the actions to really play all these cards. Apply 7 expend or just apply 5. I want some just decent defensive cards. I like the Stonefall guy. We could also get the focused one to remove the randomness, but I think the randomness I'm fine with. Rooted Brag. I think I'll go with the expend one. Get the 5 damage. We might want other cards as our main damage cards. It's a kind of funky color around that part. The mantle? But he had those markings since he was a whelk. Well, geez. You've been putting off treatment that long. You want me to write you up for animal endangerment? Cause I can. As a veterinary student, that's a legit power I have. No, just give Bort the medicine. You tip the concoction into the Ashna's throat, where it slurps it up with a shuttle. Is he going to be okay? Should I pull him from the races? No. Bort's gotta, you know, sweat out the sickness. Excretions, toxins, yada yada. The race is very important. More important than the medicine even. Grumpf looks confused, so you can make a hasty exit before he can doubt your clinical expertise. It's time for the race. Go watch the outcome and collect Sweet Marief's winnings. Well, let's hope this whole shebang worked out. You arrive at the Oshnodrome just before the beginning of the race. Last call for ragers! Place your bets before the lights dim. Ask about the odds? Place a bet on board. Ask about the odds. What odds am I looking at here? I ain't usually one for the races. Wilson is the favorite. Descendant from Supplicant City pedigree. A whelk from the same clutch is said to have been sent to the Emperor himself. Surprisingly, people on the ground tell me that Bort's been frothing at the glands. An unusual display of vigor for the beast. Maybe it knows something we don't, huh? Well, you don't say. That is interesting. Let's place 50 shields on board. Hey pal, be a spawn and put my money on board, would ya? A fan of the long shot, eh? Well, we must all have our quirks. Good luck. Cash takes your money and hands you a receipt. Cash. You park yourself on a stool at the viewing window and flag down a server for some deep-fried fungiforms. The blade arrives just in time for the Oceanus to explode out of the starting gate. Board soon pulls ahead of the pack, his surprised rider yelping loud enough to pick it up on the speakers. Hey, Chris! Or Killer Penguin, welcome! The 3 laps are over just as you finish your food and board emerges victorious. The mood in the Oceanodrome has taken a sharp dive. Good thing you are clearing out on a high note. Collect your winnings.
NPSG?
What do you know? Looks like I'm a winner, huh? Seems so. A very select few will be happy with this turn of events. I wonder what you all knew that even the Tides of Hash couldn't seem to predict. Give Cash a good tip. 20 shields, so he likes me. Yeah, sure. I can't speak for the others, but for me it's just beginner's luck. But I know what goes around comes around, so why don't you share a bit of my fortune? I'm very pleased to do so. May your luck continue, huh? I've got a hunch it will. Cash likes me. Well, you're stopped by an Admiralty patrol and it's clear this is more than just a routine check-in. Hold it, Grifter. We have some question about the Oceanal races. I ain't much of an expert. You looking for tips? We have reason to believe today's race might have been the result of tampering. And witnesses describe a Kodeshi, much like you, loitering in off-limit areas. Throw money at the problem. Well, we would still have made... No. We would have lost some money if we do that. It's time for a fight, I think. Ah, shove it down your blowhole. Mirror and kiss the fists. Oh, that also works well with wound and trauma. So yeah. Let's go applying trauma to the enemy. So we can then hit them 3 times. Increasing their trauma every time. I will also go for a drop kick. I don't think we want to use the Krillikor in this fight. That seems pretty manageable. 3 damage incoming shouldn't be a problem. Let's drink. Expand an empty bottle. Apply 2 trauma. Gain a power. Take 2 damage. Well, I guess we'll be applying some trauma. Let's defend and go for a simple bash. 9 trauma already. We're exposed now, so we only gain half the defense. We could end the fight here. We don't have to. We can do one more turn, get some more experience, especially on our defensive cards. Toughen up. Smith's Flask. Alleviate 4 health. Let's get the raw instead. And then I think it's time to end this. Let's not kill them. I will accept their surrender. Winning a battle has restored 2 resolve. Very nice. Cavalcade. Gain defense equal to the damage dealt by your next attack. Next 2 attacks, or gain 6 defense before doing so. That seems like a very good defensive card. Chest Pound. Take 5 damage, gain 1 power. Gain 2 power or take 2 damage twice. That makes it much better for Moxie. What do we have so far? We have a multi-attack, so gaining power seems good. Threshold 6. Apply to Impair. Threshold is activates an added effect if damage is at or above the threshold number. Interesting. Impair reduces the damage the enemy deals. I like the idea of Chest Pound here. Especially with the biting upgrade. Well, either upgrade could be pretty good. Taking 5 damage is quite a bit. Cavalcade would be a nice defensive card. Especially if we play before Mirror Kiss the Fists. No. Yeah, it's also an uncommon. Sure. It will be harder to find again.
This isn't over, Grifter. Pearl on the foam isn't big enough for you to make your own rules.
Really? Tell that to literally everyone else. You dust yourself off and continue. Well, we got away from that problem pretty easily. What brings you back? Let's tell Sweet Morif the good news. Hash kissed you with its slippery tentacles, my friend. The day you decided to place your trust in me. Whoops. I accidentally skipped everything here. Whoops. Hey, Chris. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription for the 5th month in a row. You just got your perfect game in Monster Train today. All achievements. Thanks so much for your help. Couldn't have done it without your help. I'm glad to be of service and congratulations. Even I don't have all achievements in Monster Train yet. Granted, there's only one missing, and it's how to deck builder. Maybe I should focus on that one day. Oh, don't rub it in. I'm already out of my savings. I get it. My luck's shite. Huh? You won, Furbot. You get your savings back and then some. Wait, what? How? I thought you said that tip was a scam. It was, you idiot. Lucky for you, I've got a history of flipping the odds. You rigged the race? For me? Well, I ain't got no one else to rig it for, do I? Oh, yeah, they changed PogChamp because they had some problems with the guy who was originally depicted on the PogChamp emote. Was kind of a douche. So they changed the emote, which I like. Good move. We get paid 100 shields and we get to remove a card. So let's see. We already have thinned down the negotiation deck, but I could see myself removing that bully. For the battle deck. Let's see. Bash upgrades to make us take 2 damage. If it were take 1, that would be nice. Take 2. Destroy, of course. Apply some trauma. Attack twice. Restrained. Let's take a look at that. The damage of this card cannot be increased. That makes it good for applying trauma, but not much for anything else. But it's just good damage at 6 to 8. Deals 4 bonus damage if you're drank this turn. Expense deals 1 bonus damage per card played this turn. But the base damage goes down. Or deals 6 bonus damage if you have 6 or more empty bottle cards in your deck. I think I prefer drop kicks right now. Let's see what these upgrade to. Just some extra damage. Take 2 damage twice instead of 3 damage once. That means more Moxie. Take 3 damage. Deals 4 bonus damage if you're rank this turn. Destroy. Apply trauma. Expand. And gain 1 evasion. Expand. Wow, that's very powerful. Evasion makes you dodge the next hit. That's pretty nice. I think I prefer dodge drop kicks over bashes. And we do have 1 bash that's really behind on XP. Goodbye. Sweet Marie somehow looks even more stressed than when you started the day. You can relax, pal. The deal is done. Ready your butt, cause this business is about to boom. Really? And you, didn't make anyone mad? Mad? What's the problem? Sweet Marie slides a crisp white card across the bar. Someone came by asking questions. Looking for you. They left directions. Let's see what this is about. Huh. Well, we ain't gonna get answers twiddling our eye stalks. I'll go check it out. Yeah, sure. Sure. If you come back. I mean, when you come back, I'll hook you up with a room in the back. Is there somewhere I can stock up before walking into this obvious trap? Maybe a place that sells self-defense guides or, I don't know, grenades? Supplies are a bit low right now. What with the pilgrims jamming up trade. But if you need anything, just head to the party store. That place still in business? And wait, what am I gonna do with party supplies? Stock up on paper hats? Like most things in the Pearl, it's a front. Ask to see the special reserve. Oh, I get it. Secret hats. Sure, just don't run up a tap. You might think you have nothing to lose, but they'll find something. Therefore, for a perfect logbook, think that's harder. Yeah, I do have the perfect logbook. That one I do have. Limited opportunities. Your friend Kevin is in trouble. You have a chance to save him before it's too late. Or Cash is feeling friendly. Spending some time with him will restore 10 resolve and make him like you more. These are both our friends, so let's take a look at... Oh, Kevin is actually not our friend. He already loves us. Cash is... Oh, I think that's the social boon that makes everything cost less. That would be nice. You know what? Let's socialize with Cash. But then Kevin gets killed. That sucks, but we get a new friend here. One that gives us better bonuses. I was afraid of the DLC adding a bunch more achievements, so focused on them. Yeah, that's very possible. That means I can delay how to deck builder even further. I really don't like the design behind that achievement at all. Cash is happy to see you. Smith! I was just thinking about you. You're busy? Gain 7 resolve. Cash chats with you a while. I need your help to I need you to help me settle a bet I have going. It's about how much I could trust you to side with me when we settle a bet. The bet is whether or not I'd side with you in a different bet? Yeah. Well, what bet? Don't know yet. But I bet you won't be... I bet I won't be disappointed. He loves us. Haggle badge. You can negotiate for greater quest rewards. Okay. That is not bad to get earlier. It's not the one that makes everything cost less, but still nice. Let's visit the party supply store.
I won't tell you again, Grumph. Move that Oshnu, or I'll have it towed straight to the noodle shop. I'm trying. She's just anxious. Never seen this many people on the road before. Give me a second to calm her down, and we'll get out of your way. You have more than enough seconds. I'm calling the butcher.
Yeah, I don't like Carp. Let's ask Grumph what's going on. What's the hold up, huh? I got places to be. Ah, Hesh, it's my Oshno, Eviscerator. She won't come out of her shell and it's causing a jam.
Yeah, well, once the butcher gets here, that Oshno will become jam.
Huh?
I mean, we are gonna kill it. And move it out of the way.
Weird threat, but okay. Coax the Oshno into moving. Grumph will like you. Attack the Oshno. Grumph will dislike you. Opponent has +5 resolve. The Oshno is stubborn, but Grumph is gonna help us. Let's talk to the Oshno here. Shell defense. Every third turn, Eviscerator retracts into its shell, shielding its core argument. I see. We have Stoic. Gain 1 composure at the beginning of each turn. Damage spills over to this argument before the core argument. We don't need to defend that. If we want to defend ourselves, we should probably go with the famous Bewilder, but let's start with the name drop. Bewilder of Clarity. I don't think I will need that this fight. I will set up some renown here. And then defend my resolve. Wife says hi to Sao and Luna. Say hi back to her. From Luna too. We are slimed. Oshno slime. Draw 1 less card at the start of your turn. At the end of your turn, remove 1 Oshno slime. We can't get rid of this, it seems. Stoic. Fall Guy would defend us here. I think it's just brag after that for the XP. Let's brag to this Oshno. I bet that makes them move faster. Puppy snail eyes. Aww. All hostility cards deal 1 less damage. Whenever you play a hostility card, this deals 2 damage to random argument. Good thing we're not hostile. That would be bad. Let's defend our renown. Otherwise we take a bunch of damage from it. Next turn they will retreat, right? So we should probably... Well, they have... No, let's go for... That doesn't even matter to me. We can just keep the puppy snail eyes up. Just play the card for the flourish. Oh, they're defending their puppy snail eyes. Let's draw some cards with the Visionary Networker. Enemy's not attacking right now either, so... I think we just use this turn to build up renown. And we're slimed again. 1 damage here, 3 damage there. The 3 damage are okay. But it's not like we have much else to do. Ah, well, we can build more renown, I guess. And brag. I will... Will I take 1? You know what? Let's just keep the renown high. And that will do the damage for us instead. impatience and fatigue, so now we want to just end the fight. Nice. That went well. We got alright, we got the upgrade on Calvacite still standing. Either option is really good. I think I prefer the just baseline, just in case we can't play 2 attacks after it. Wait, that doesn't say this turn. No, actually I want the lasting one then, because it might spill over to the next turn, and that could be nice in certain situations. Let's upgrade the brag. We get tall brag for 2 more base damage, or we could get brag of clarity to destroy it. We don't currently have a lot of damage sources, but I am fine with getting these out of my deck. There are better cards to pick up. Maybe I do want to finally pick up an influencer now, just to have some more damage. All out. Gain 2 defenselessness. Defenselessness is an argument with 3 resolves. You cannot apply composure while this is active. The start of your turn, reduce defenselessness by 1. Oof. Reduce the cost of 2 random cards in your hand by 1 until the end of your turn. That is interesting and scary. Defenselessness 2 is rough because it means you can't apply composure next turn either. The softened version? Tempting. But we had to play it. We have to play 9 times to upgrade it. And yeah, I think I'll take an influencer now. It's a better damage card to us, I think. And it seems influence is a bit harder to come by as Smith. Just move to the side there and then you can hunker right back down again. From one layabout to another, huh? You seem to have made a connection with Yoshno, who emerges fully from its shell and moves off to the side of the road. Good Yoshno, Eviscerator. Thank Hash. And thank you, Smith. You certainly have a way with the snails, huh? Here for your troubles, and for saving my Eviscerator. Grumph hands you 40 shields. Nice. Let's move ahead. Find the party store. You enter the party store, which unsurprisingly looks like it sells party supplies. The proprietor doesn't look too impressed with you, but she's likely used to a finer sort of clientele in the foam. Can I, help you? I'm afraid we're not hiring party clowns today. Let's ask to see the special reserve. I heard you maybe had a better selection than your window lets on. That true? We have the finest selection in the foam. Finer than some can afford, I might add. You might also add a bit more respect, but that's just a suggestion. Sweet Marif sent me. Told me you'd settle up by letting me see the wares. Sweet Marif isn't the sort to give favors so freely. How do I know you're being truthful? Well, let's convince her that I'm cool. Sweet's amigo way back, tail to taphole. At the end of Gumtho's turn, incept Catch Penny. Catch Penny. At the start of your turn, double Catch Penny. When destroyed, lose 1 shield per stack. 1 shield total. Catch Penny is an argument with 2 resolve. Okay, so we just want to keep that Catch Penny alive. I get it. Let's go Nepotism for Clout. Just to deal 2 damage. And then the Bravado on the Bully helps us out. What's the Flourish, by the way? Haven't even looked at that yet. Claim to fame. Gain 8 renown. Interesting. Well, we could let it die this turn. I mean, it's only one shield we lose, but we can also defend it, so might want to do that. Let's get some renown so we can actually get something out of these cards.
Tina Mundo.
Then we'll Influencer, and I guess we defend our catch many.
Sopal Gutier.
Gaining another renown in the process. Bounty. When destroyed, add 10 shields to your bonus. Reduced by 25% at the end of your turn. When destroyed, Gunthrow gains 1 impatience. Oh! Yeah, that sounds nice. Stone Fall guy will defend us this turn. Start with name drop. And lose this wreck. That was some good damage. And this should defend us no matter where it lands. And the next turn we end the fight. Potentially gaining some more experience in the process. Let's play Nepotism. Let's also play Influencer again. There we go. We got Name Drop to upgrade. Gain 3 renown and draw a card, or gain 2 renown and apply 4 composure to it. Applying composure to renown can help us defend it. That might sometimes be useful, but I think I want to keep the card draw and gain additional renown, at least on the first one I upgrade. Influencer again, Goon. I think we have seen this in pretty much every single negotiation card reward. Create, at the start of your turn, apply 2 composure to this argument. Goon. Targets an opponent argument each turn for 1-1 damage. It's an argument with 4 resolve. It's a pretty tanky argument that defends itself, provides a little bit of damage. Seems interesting. Not for this deck. Know a guy. Gain 2 renown. At the end of your turn, remove all your renown and apply that much composure to all your arguments. I don't think I want to spend all my renown and deal that much damage to the opponent's core arguments. I like neither option here. It's interesting. It also gets rid of the renown in case we can't defend it. Yeah. No, I think I don't want that. As soon as I heard my buddy was in trouble, you bet I came back to the foam just to see him through. He figures I've dusted my knuckles enough helping him out. Time we upgrade the hardware. So what do you say? You're gonna cooperate? Not like Marif to let his plights know to just anyone. So I suppose that's legitimate. I'll show you what we have for our more discriminating customers. But for the obvious reasons, it's a little easier to show the best stock after dark, so I want to check back often to see what we have. What, really? That's too short to spend a shop in. I dare say it will be shorter if you don't keep an edge. Huh. Fair enough. Let's see what's available here. You're surprised to see a Spark Baron in the foam, but you suppose enough has changed since you left. A Baron, huh? Did one of you finally on your way into the upper crust? Money opens doors, and the Spark Barons increasingly have more to offer. Yeah? Let's see it then. We can buy negotiation drafts. Gang Pendant. At the start of each negotiation, gain 3 renown. Tempting. Hang Under. Whenever you play a slurred speech card, restore 3 resolve. Interesting. Clan Chain. At the start of each turn, gain 1 renown. That seems good. Too bad we can't afford that. Robustify. Gain 10 max health. Alternator. Whenever I draw an empty bottle, gain 2 defense. Ooh. That is very interesting. But I don't think for this deck. Auto Sorter. At the start of your turn, automatically discard up to 3 empty bottle cards and draw that many cards. Oh, I would love Auto Sorter and Alternator in the same deck. That would be quite cool. I am interested in the Gang Pendant. I think I will get it for 100 shields here. Starting every negotiation with some renown seems very nice. I've been told the real part is going on back here. Indeed. This is the place for the partying. It doesn't look like much. It's just 2 of you and some dusty old crates. I can assure you we know how to party. Those crates full of party. We can remove battle or negotiation cards here and buy them as well. Unyielding again, all out again, tempt. Whenever a friendly argument is destroyed, reduce the cost of this card by 1 for the rest of this negotiation. Whenever a friendly argument is destroyed. 6 to 10 damage, but 6 cost. Can get reduced down to 4 cost, making it a lot more accessible. Or we can increase the damage. It's only not for this deck, not at all. We can't even afford it, so. But yeah. Body blow. If your target has trauma, yeah, we have seen that one before. Deals double damage. Dumpster dive. Move up to 3 empty bottle cards from your draw pile to your discard pile. Draw 2 cards. Up to 3. So we can play this even if we have no empty bottles in our draw pile. But it filters up to 3 we have in there out. And it draws us 2 cards. Can upgrade it to draw 3 or filter 4 bottles. Not a bad card. Doesn't really belong in our deck right now. Well, we don't know yet, right? Biostrike. Increase your Moxie by the amount of damage dealt by this card. Ooh. 6 to 6 or 4 to 10. Interesting card. But we can't afford it out either. So yeah. I think I've had enough partying for now. The party will be waiting for you when you get back. Well, got a graft. Let's head out again and meet Tay. You figure you'd found the right place when you see the Luminari. You always did have the knack for escalating the drama. Huh. You the one asking for me at the hideaway? I am. Now from what I hear, it won't be too long before you're often asked for. Uh-huh. I figure you got about 5 minutes before the intrigue wears off, and I get bored. So what do you want? I reckon I'm about 10 years late on my cult use, but you'd have better luck wringing brine from a stone. Luminari aren't tax collectors. My name is Teotaro, and I'm here to propose a partnership. Sure. So doing this will get me back my inheritance? That I can't guarantee, but I do know that whatever happened to you was masterminded by Wixmali. Uproot Wixmali? And its fertile soil underneath. I get it. Seems like we're in business, Luminari. I was confident that would be the case. The task I have for you is all about bureaucracy, I'm afraid. The Admiralty in New Deltry has sent a messenger requesting backup. Seems the criminal elements in Murder Bay are getting out of hands. However, with a great beaching. Ha! The cult doesn't have any Admiralty to spare, is that it? It isn't the cult's decision, of course. The Admiralty is autonomous. But I'd like you to intercept the message before it reaches Admiralty Command. Accept the job. The courier is a Jake, of course, and this buys us time. They picked the wrong Jake, though. Koff hit the Oshno track as soon as he arrived in town. Go get the missive from Koff and take it to GT for alterations. But leave Koff alive. You'll need him to deliver the altered request. Okay, so we pick up a message, alter it, give it back to the messenger, let him deliver it. Get it. There's Cobb again. Why do you always have to get in our way? Where's my friend? Oh well. This smuggler has a reputation for negotiating steep fees for his services. Perhaps the origin of the Hungarian phrase, coughing up the cash. I'd ask what you are up to, lurking through the feud at night, but then you might ask me the same. Your cough, right? Who's asking? You have a package intended for the local Admiralty. I need to, borrow it for a bit. How do you know that? I'll have you know that I am duty bound to deliver this message unadulterated. Ask why Koff hasn't delivered the message yet. So if you're duty-bound messenger, why are you here and not, you know, delivering the message? I like gambling. I can rent the message for a while for some shills. I can beat him up, but he doesn't like it. Obviously. So let's convince Koff. I don't want to interfere with your delivery. I just want to borrow the message while you're here watching the snails. Don't listen to him. Ah, very nice. Now we have the interceptor ready. All ready from the get-go. Let's go with the visionary networker. Cobb is sabotaging your negotiation, increases Koff's damage by 1. Famous Bewilder, let's actually go for the Stonefall guy. Then Influencer, to start leveling that up. No incoming. Ah, crafty. Intensive target previews are hidden. Also double edge. Whenever Koff deals damage, they gain composure equal to resolve lost. If no resolve is lost, Koff takes 3 damage. Let's start with a brag against the crafty. So 4 damage incoming to us right now. Let's build up some renown. And defend. Let's see what we draw. And then I guess we end the fight with the influencer. Brag at name drop. Brag. Another brag of clarity. Do I want to keep one tall brag at least? I feel like we need a little bit more damage than just the influence on the networker. This expands, this destroys. Yeah, I will take one tall brag. Name drop. Let's get a stone name drop as well. That might sometimes be useful because defending our renown is going to be critical sometimes. Should have looked at these first. Renowns. Attack a random argument. Expand any number of cards in your hand. Attack again. Per card expanded. Expand. Draws 2 cards before that. Nice. Also the option to increase its damages. Although they're standing. Apply 3 composure, renown 3, Apply 3 bonus composure. We can get 2 more bonus composure on renowned or reduce the threshold for renowned. Let's take a standing. That seems like a decent defensive card. Okay, I'll let you hold on to the message for me. But I don't want you to know. I don't want to know what you're doing with it. If I don't know, it technically ain't lying. Okay, let's move over to the forger. Hey, Teutaro sent me. I need you to doctor this letter. Think you can do that? Let me see. Admiralty Stationery. Standard requisition. A rather chaotic hand. And a somewhat unprofessional cadence. Unusual for Admiralty. So you can do it? Of course I can. What do you want it to say? I don't know. Never been much good at writing letters, and Teutaro didn't say. Then I suppose all that matters is that it's just not the original. Here, I'll cut out the pertinent info. You can just fill in the blanks. Alright, here's the introduction. Dear Commander Yuni, I hope this message finds its way to you without interference. Finds you well. Finds your desk. Finds your butt. Let's go with your desk. That sounds appropriately bland. The letter continues. With the upcoming auction, the security situation in Murder Bay is tenuous at best. Is under control? Is completely normal, thank you very much. Is like your butt. Let's go with under control. To the point, then we'll probably pass muster. And now the ending. Please send your reserve troops immediately, before things get any worse. Your thoughts and prayers? Please send your thoughts and prayers immediately. I don't know. A shipment of lumin? Your smelly butt. Well, this is a bit harder. Everything is completely okay. Send your thoughts and prayers, or send supplies immediately before things get any worse. We probably don't want them actually sending anything. So let's go with your thoughts and prayers. Appropriately useless. So here's what we wrote. Dear Commander Yuni, I hope this message finds your desk. With the upcoming auction, the security situation in Murder Bay is under control. Please send your thoughts and prayers immediately before things get any worse. Signed, Lieutenant Ulu Olowano of New Deltry. Olowano? I know that family. Pretty sure I used to beat up the youngest brother. Anyway, that sounds good to me. If you say so. GT hands you the forged documents. One day I have to pick all the butt options. Bring the message to Yuni, or it will be a lot easier to convince Yuni to take the message if it's coming from Koff. Let's give it back to Koff. You find Koff wrapped around a bottle at Marif's. I have your message. Great. I was beginning to worry. Hey, the seal is off a bit. It was like that when I got it? Right. Well, I can fix that. Koff fixes the seal on the message with a special tool. I'll never trust the seal again. Huh. You don't know the half of it. Well, I'm off. Koff is about to leave when a burly spree stops him in his track. Hold it right there, Jake. Yes? We've been following you since you left Murder Bay. That message is going to make our lives harder. I'm here to collect it. You'll have to speak to my associate. Huh? Hand over the message or someone's getting hurt. This is a good time for some violence.
Stasio.
They are the one threatening us here. Oh. So... Koff has a lot of health. But so does Radar Kel. Jirako's Instinct gains 1 power at the start of the battle. Shroke's Skin, the first time she takes damage each turn. She gains 1 defense and has Last Stand, gains 3 power when below 27 health. I think we want to focus on Radar Kel first then. Lasting Cavalcade Dropkick is a lot of defense for us. What else? Another dropkick, maybe? Let's drink instead. Apply 1 Impair. Gain 2 Adrenaline, that will make it deal 7, so we would have better defense. Sure. Let's see how that Cavalcade works. Do we take... No, we gain the block first before we take the reflected damage. Self-damage. Golf. I don't need that, but sure. Probably no longer the case. Well... Let's go with Hammer Throw. Actually, we still have that Cavalcade, but it's... I could go with the Dorsal Spines for a little bit extra defense. And no, we'll go with the Hammer Throw. That's 4 defense, that's decent. Triage. So you're... Well, yes, you are a healer, medic. Whenever Smuggler Koff heals a target, also remove all negative conditions on the target. Not bad. Nice to have on my side. No incoming damage to me. It's time for you guys to kiss my fists, I guess. Get that trauma stacked up. I don't need defense, so let's defend my friend here. Although they do seem quite capable of the... Oof. You just buffed power, and now you're going for a triple hit attack. That's just mean. Spend 1 empty bottle card from your deck, apply 1 impair, apply 2 trauma, or up to 2, deal 3 damage for each bottle. I'll go for the impair. I will actually direct this at Tick. And then we go Cavalcade. I'll keep the bottle in the deck for now. Yeah. Not great defense, but it's enough. We do have our Moxie healing us every turn for a bit, so... Bleed. Not nice. You are healing me, I think, or defending me. So maybe I don't have to full defend here. Maybe it's time to use the Krillika. That would be a lot of defense from the Cavalcade. How much damage is it? Lose 2 power each turn. Lose 10 health when power reaches 0. Ooh. There we got that guy down, and then let's focus on Tick. With the wound, 32 defense from the Cavalcade. Oh! They didn't stack. It was two separate ones, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I misread that. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage and expend this card. Sure. Let's draw with the empty bottle. We have a little bit more time here. Enemy is defending. I do want to gain Moxie, but I also don't want to take damage. I do want to have defense left over. You take 6, you take 11. Let's start with a toughen up into drop kick. We should have the kill next turn, right? Yeah, with the Kiss the Fists. Oh, we actually need to make sure that we don't actually kill her. Alright, we have a lot of defense now. Should we just end the fight right here? That is probably safer. Sure, I think we got enough EXP out of this fight. We don't want to kill them, I don't think. This is not an isolated location. People would notice. Hold them. Threshold 4. Increase your Moxie by 4. Ooh. Apply 4 defense. Draw 2 cards next turn. Nap. That seems quite good. The Rust Bucket. Drink 2 and gain 5 defense. That's a great way to add some empty bottles to our deck. What do we need? We don't spend our empty bottles right now. So it's not like we need the Rust Bucket right now. Nap could be good. But I kind of like the idea of the Rust Bucket. A card that gives you empty bottles and also defends you at the same time seems very useful. I'm sure we can make some use of these bottles. That was Harry. You're going to help me to actually deliver this, right? There may be more of them. Of course. Lead the way. Korf joined our party. Intimidated? Oh, okay. Trina dislikes me. Tick is also intimidated. And you know what? Let's actually check in with Sweet Marie if... Adrenaline shot, liquid courage, tincture. Not really what I want right now. It's time to deliver the message. You find Yoni working at the Admiralty Station. I have a message for you from Merle Bay. Let me see this. Yoni reads the message. This doesn't sound like Ulu. Where did you get that message? Convince Yoni the message is real. Hey, don't blame the messenger. There's only one way this can go. Reduce... Oh, Flustered. Reduces damage by 33%. We remove 1 stack each turn. Let's defend with the standing because we want to level that up. And I guess it's about time to get that brag of clarity out there. Oh, we could gain another renown. Sure. Helps us find the cards we don't have leveled up yet. Planted evidence. At the start of Yoni's turn, insert the planted evidence argument if one does not already exist. When this argument is destroyed, deal 2 damage to Smith's core argument. We don't have defense right now. Let's dig for some. That doesn't work. Insert 1 Baffle card in the Smith's draw pile at the beginning of Yoni's turn. We want to get rid of these. Ouch. Well, we're still pretty healthy there. Frisk at the start of Uni's turn, steal 10 shields from Smith and remove 1 Frisk. Yeah, no thank you. And I guess it's time to end the fight. Our negotiation deck is mostly upgraded at this point anyway. Indecision. Draw a card, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. The Visionary Indecision is actually quite good. The normal Indecision, unless we have some kind of synergy with it, not really, but it's also not really a big downside or even a relevant downside at all. So I'm just gonna pick it up and start leveling it early. I just delivered a message, man. You should be grateful. Murder base a long ways away. Yes, I suppose so. We simply haven't the troops to spare right now as messengers. Thank you for your service, Grifter. You're dismissed. Well, success. Let's inform Tay. Hello again. The message has been delivered. Wow, they accepted that? Great. 100 chills. We couldn't negotiate for a better reward, huh? The start of battle, add 2 empty bottle cards to your discard pile. The start of each battle, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many new cards. That seems better. Whenever you shuffle your deck, deal 3 damage to a random opponent argument. I think it's one of the combat craft rewards. Getting a lead up with the 2 empty bottles can be fun once we find some cards that really make use of those. Rejig can help us dig for our more important cards early, like Smith's Arsenal to apply an early trauma or something like that. I'll go with the 2-fisted. I want to build around the bottles. I've decided. That means I will also look at the party store again. Your luck being what it is, you come across a handler attempting to wrestle an Oshno down the road. We happen upon a lot of Oshno here. Come on, you slimy scum noodle. The Oshno twists its rubbery neck and head butts Churna with a watery slap. Ow! What are you looking at? By the Oshno. Offered to take Wilson to market for Churna. Let's see what's going on here. Your buddy there doesn't seem to like you very much. The feeling is mutual. The racer's due for retirement, but he's putting up a fight. Stupid of it. Bad retirement's much nicer than the stables. You think? It's a racing Oshno, and I want my money's worth. If I get this lurch to the market, we can render it down. Fat goes into cosmetics, mucus turns into wax for active racing snails. Don't look at me like that. If this Oshno wanted to live, it shouldn't have gotten old. Wow. Liberate the Oshno. Churna will dislike you. I'm fine with that. You know what? I think there's something this Oshno and I have in common. Neither of us like you very much. Oh! I didn't realize this Oshno was armored. Looks nice. Please don't hurt my Oshno. Well, my Oshno. It's not my Oshno yet, but it will be soon, hopefully. This only gives me defense. I'll go for the experience here. We don't really benefit from the drinking yet anyways. Oh, the Oshno is fully capable of defending itself. Should have figured. Wound? Wound doesn't do much right now. Let's get the cavalcade up for next turn. Nice. Ooh. Oh, temporary power. Well, she really has it out for the Oshno. Oh, that's Wilson. Haven't we heard of Wilson before? Apply an impair? Yeah, sure. Oh, that did use up a cavalcade. Whoops. Alright, the Oshno gains 5 defense at the end of its turn, so shouldn't be too worried about that. Maybe I should have played the empty bottle to draw a card. I don't want to kill her, I don't think. Let's go with just Smith's Arsenal here. Use the hammer throw again. And apply some defense. Just for the EXP. Ooh, 15 there. Yeah, from the traumatized. But it's not enough to kill her. Enough. A hot tip. Gain 30 shields, destroy after 2 uses. That's actually a really good loot for killing her. One person died because of you. Sure, let's let her live. Smith's Arsenal. Maul or 1/1/1 into your hand. If the target has no trauma, apply 2 trauma. Expend. And attack 3 times. Expend restrained, so we can't increase the damage. Okay. Insert Fracture or Slam into your hand. Fracture. Expend 1 empty bottle card from your deck to play this. That doesn't seem useful at all. Slam. Drink 2 and gain 2 adrenaline. That, on the other hand, does sound quite good. Maul is a better hammer throw. But Bottle Smash just seems better than Fracture. 1/1/1? But I like the Slam. Let's go for the Smith's Bottle here. The adrenaline is very nice, especially with Mirror Kiss the Fists. Especially with that card. If your target has trauma, apply 1 wound. If your target has trauma, deal 3 bonus damage. We don't have a way to apply trauma anymore is the problem right now. So we can't really go with these things. Another Rust Bucket. Is that gonna be our main way of defense? I could see that. Wilson stares at you with moistened eyeballs. Yay, we have a untrained racing Oshno with us. Nice. Let's take a look at the party supply store again, because
Pansoshoa. Deckbuilder.
let's go for the alternator or the auto sorter. That should help us with our bottles. Maybe we want to get the auto sorter, so we're gonna try to make a little bit more money before we end the day. I'm not sure if that's actually possible, but we'll see what... Oh, maybe. You've been out of the foam long enough to dilute your recollection, but it's not long before you see a familiar face. If memory serves, it's one of the many hangers-on in your parents' social orbit. But there was also a rumor, wasn't there? Some sort of falling out? Tact! Oh! Smith, isn't it? My condolences for what happened to your parents. You'd be the first to say so. Say, speaking of my parents, did you ever settle up with them? You know, after the... whatever it was. Settle up? You mean with well, we had an understanding. I'd stay out of their way and they'd... I know, I'm actually late for a meeting. I should really run. Wonderful to see you, of course. You smell an opportunity, and it's not just the off-brand perfume she's wearing. Play upon her sympathies to receive 60 shields. Threaten her with blackmail. She will dislike me. I could demand money to get even more shells, but she will hate me. Let's play upon her sympathies. Of course, I was the black sheep of the family, and they never treated either of us all that great, did they? Wuff wuff. Targets an opponent argument each turn for 3 to 3 damage. Destroy this argument at the start of your next turn. So we don't need to keep it alive. Let's draw some cards. Nepotism, I do eventually want to rank that up. Same for bravado. I will defend it just so I don't get damage spilled over to me. And then let's go for the nepotism. Just use the cloud for 2 damage. Hey Maxwell, welcome! Kickback, pay 5 shills to play it. We definitely want the influencer. We're not renowned 3 right now, so let's enable that. And then use the standing. When destroyed, Smith gains a draw 1 extra card at the start of your turn. That seems nice. Play the indecision, discard a kickback. Play standing for the experience. And gain some renown. Oh. This might end the 5, but that will be fine. Yeah, there we go. It's okay. Our negotiation deck is mostly upgraded anyways. Turnabout again, Incredulous. Gain 3 renown, can only be played if you have no renown. Unlikely to be good for us. We can get the downside off, but we would need to play it 10 times first. So, yeah. Nope. Nope for this deck. Gain. Damage spills over to this argument before your core argument. It gains 2 bonus resolve per additional stack and has 4 resolve by base. This is kind of a weird way of defending ourselves. I don't like it very much. Let's gain the shields instead. Volkswagen gotta stick together, you know. What with the state of things being so upheavally. For what it's worth, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. There's no bad blood between you and me, far as I figure. That's kind, Smith. It's suspiciously so, seeing as it's the foam. But in honor of these words, here. It's not much, but hopefully it will see you to better days. You're right, it's not much. But I'll take it. Thanks for the boost, pal. It is not much, but it is enough to buy the auto sorter. That makes it just so much easier for us to keep. Oh no, not what I wanted. I need to talk to the Spark Baron. The start of your turn, automatically discard up to 3 empty bottle cards and draw that many cards. So now the empty bottles have pretty much no downside and we can just keep cycling a ton of them through our deck. Which isn't really that useful right now because we rarely use them. But we can freely pick up any cards that use them now. When you come back, the bar is empty, save for a table occupied by the kind of rowdy miscreants you generally enjoy. Not tonight though, too much on your mind. But the good pal that you are, you still notice Sweet Marie seems distracted. Hey Sweets, you ain't got no love for your old friend and savior? No, it's just... we got customers. You're welcome. Right, but they're causing trouble. See that big lug over there? Sweet Marie directs your attention to the table. Not that you need help finding the only other people in the joint. Really, less of a customer and more of a parasite? They've scared off all of the other clientele. And I don't have a bouncer to deal with the riffraff. Fortunately for you, you got riffraff fit to make someone bounce. Let me handle it. Wait! Please don't break anything! And don't kill anyone! You hear the request, and you tell yourself you'll seriously consider it. You approach the close-knit group surrounding a mountain of empty, broken glasses. These folks are familiar, the kind of bar slugs you find all across Bavaria. Most of them seem the sort that would melt under an open tab or a closed fist, whichever way you went. But for one, liquor has put a soft buttery glaze in his eye. But it's only a marinade for a meat too tough to rent. Well, hey fellas, you looking to add to your company? Seems awful lonely in here. Just you lot and nobody else? That's by design. We're not in the mood of socializing. So scram or get scrambled. We can undermine his cultivated air. Must take a lot of work getting your voice to grumble like that. What? Come on, tell me you don't practice your tough look in front of a mirror as you brush your teeth. Shows what you know. The boss doesn't even brush his teeth. Yes, I do. I guess that explains the aroma. We start with influence, nice, and yeah, the untrained pet. Defeat the supporter argument to drop the shield. Dock and Brash will support Brat in battle. Destroy this argument to undermine that. Heavy Labor Herbler and Wealthy Merchant Honor War. Brat will gain 1 impatience for each one of those we destroy. Stonefowl Guy has our defense covered for this turn. Sure. Let's also go for an influencer. Actually, Tall Brag first. Let's start with an indecision. Let's go for the Dockham first. I'm on the wrong side. I never liked you anyway. And then focus on the heavy labor. Actually, I want to split the damage. I want to be able to get those down and instead of adding too much impatience at once. How did I lose? When one of Brute's arguments is destroyed, Brute deals 3 damage to your core argument. Oops. Well, that's annoying. Oh well. It's not a lot of resolve we lose to that. When destroyed, remove a random intent from Brut. That could help. I do want to defend my resolve mostly here. Start with that. In 3 renown, draw a card. And let's instead go for the Lucid Brag. I could also do Nepotism Bully, but I think I want the damage right now. It's got your number, boss. What do you know? You know what? I'm gonna stock up on Renown. Looks like this should go pretty smoothly. Stubborn. At the start of Brad's turn, remove this argument and apply 6 composure to all friendly arguments. That would be the time to finish this final supporter. And then... well, we have the standing to defend ourselves. And the next turn we end the fight, or the negotiation rather. We did lose quite a bit of resolve there over the course of this negotiation, but that should be fine. Oh, actually we don't have the power to push through, right? 1, 7, 8 to 9. It will be random. It will be a coin flip. Well, if it will be a coin flip, let's flip the coin first so we know. Okay. I guess we have to defend then. And then we should be able to finish this now. We even get some more experience here on our cards. The renowned already, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just end this. Bully got upgraded. Destroy, yes. And consolidate. Spend 3 renown, add 2 resolve to a friendly argument. Really? That doesn't seem that great. I mean, it's a resolve, it stays around, but still. Do we just take another influencer? Because we don't have that much damage in the deck. It's not really the damage card I want. And still, we keep seeing this in pretty much every single negotiation card pick. Scapegoat. Force all friendly arguments to target a specific opponent argument. Huh. Deals 2 damage as well, or costs 0 on upgrade? I don't like that too much. We don't deal damage mostly with arguments, so... I'll decline again. You know, I wasn't gonna say anything, boss, but you could reassess your personal hygiene habits. What? Just maybe don't shoot the messenger, you know? This guy did you a favor by telling you. Think of it like a birthday present. Yeah, a birthday present. You wanna give me a present, Grifter? How about one of your ice dogs for good luck? Let's defend the bell. This is a boss fight. Roots asked while goons hang back and jeer at their former companion. Okay. What do they have? Drive. Whenever Bruce or Brute attacks cause health loss, Bruce or Brute gains 2 furrow. If owner reaches 10 furrow, he unleashes a special attack that removes all furrow. Okay. So just block his attacks. The first time he takes damage this turn, gains 2 defense. Wanted alive. Yeah, we've been told to not kill anyone. Cavalcade has our defense this turn if we want. We can also toughen up, but then we would take some damage. I could use the dorsal spines here. Let's gain the adrenaline. Use Cavalcade and then go for the drop kick. Ooh, 3 power. Temporary power. And we have no attacks in hand. Unless... Sure. Stack will do. Deal 3 damage for each bottle. That's 10 damage. That gives us 10 defense as well. The Rust Bucket, drink 2 and gain 5 defense. Mostly just for the EXP and the bottles. Looking good so far. I guess the worst is yet to come. Status effect. Fine by me. Let's go all out then. Now we have Mirror Kiss the Fists. I wish I had that last turn. Let's go drop kick. And bash for sure. You know what, while I still can, I'm gonna gain defense here. Get the EXP on those cards. See if we can find a good attack. 1 empty bottle for 1 impair, or... Now stack still seems very reasonable. Bruce or Brut's next attack against you will deal 5 bonus damage. Remove 3 singled out when you play a maneuver card. Empty bottle is a maneuver card. Drink 2 and gain 2 adrenaline. Maybe not this turn. I'll go with Fracture. It's an additional attack, that seems useful. Oshno will defend most of the damage anyways. But might as well keep Wilson protected. And we got rid of the single out. I'll keep the bottles around. We have 5 bottles right now. It's probably more than we are gonna need, but you know. Nothing wrong with keeping a few bottles around. That's not even enough to deal any damage to the Oshno. When glued, reaches 3 stacks, remove glued and apply stun. Nice! This Oshno is actually a very useful companion. And that's the end of the fight. Let's drink from the Rust Bucket just for the experience, and then... Well, we've been told not to kill him, so let's leave him alive. The target has traumatized its hits twice. Oh, not trauma, traumatized. That's very specific, but potentially really powerful, because it would hit for 16 to 20 damage in total. Anyways, let's leave him alive. Smith's Flask can be upgraded. Improvise a card from a pool of upgraded special cards. Let's take a look at these. Is there a better way of doing so? Empty bottle. Alleviate 6 health. Gain a power for 0. Gain 3 adrenaline. Draw 3 cards. Deals 4 damage for each bottle expended. Play the booster flask again. take 2 damage twice. Still not very useful for us. Apply 2 impair, that's very nice. And apply 3 trauma. Or improvise plus instead. I think I prefer the upgraded cards. Usually with these kinds of things. Unless there's only like one very specific one you hope to get. Or maybe 2. But we have a couple. We want any that expand our flasks for some empty bottles for some benefits. Obliterate. Apply 1 stun. Expand. Powerful. Can't act this turn. Yeah, that's very powerful. We might take this. There's another Cavalcade. That's a great card. Move up to 3 empty bottle cards from your draw pile to your discard pile. We don't need that as much, but the draw is nice. I'll go Obliterate. That card seems quite good. It's worth the 3 action cost. Wow. Parvenu. Whenever you gain renown, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Huh. That seems reasonable. Double Entendre, apply composure to all friendly arguments equal to the damage dealt by this card. Ooh, very powerful in a in an hostility deck with dominance. And unyielding again. We gain 3 renown at the start of the fight. I think we can take Parvenu. That gives us a big hit. That will eventually be free. Stop! Stop! Please! Had enough, huh? Wait, we just got carried away. No hard feelings? All feelings are hard, friend. But I'm not one to hold a grudge. We'll see ourselves out. The party moves outside. You sense you haven't seen the last of Brot. Oh, his posse likes me. Thanks, Smith. That could have gotten ugly. Please, I'm a professional. I had everything under control the entire time. I've made up a room for you in the back when you're ready to hit the sack. Oh, and one more thing. Since you handled these goons so well, I'll let you take something from the lost and found. Just like old times. Pick a graft reward. Jerakel Changlos. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. Your core argument takes 2 damage at the end of your turn. Oof. 3 fingers. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. When installed, 2 random people will hate you. Rough, but I would take it. If there weren't the interior drill. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 until played. Although I think that one's upgrade is a bit less compelling. Let's also take a look at these. Auto sorter upgrades to all empty bottle cards. Nice. And Two-Fisted adds 4 empty bottles. This gives us 5 renown at the start of each negotiation. I think I want to take 3 fingers. Herbler hates us. Opponent starts with an additional argument in each negotiation. We can usually deal with those. Shell Shock. At the end of every turn, lose 2 defense. Brat. The guy we just beat up. Okay. People sure lose some good stuff in here. Thanks, Marif. Well, Brat's gone, so... But what we can do is we can go to the store and remove a card before we hit the sack. Not there. That would be for additional graft slots, which we might be interested in later. Which one do we actually want to remove? This one we don't need to. other than that, I think all the cards in our negotiation deck are fine as is. Battle deck on the other hand. Bash, drop kicks. Close to the upgrade, all of them. You know what? I don't actually want to remove a card right now. Yep. I think these cards are all pretty much fine. Well, it's time to get some rest. Talk to Sweet Marif about your plans. Let's take... Yeah, these cards haven't changed. Comfort to see you again. Your room is ready if you are. Head to your room. Hi, John. Raw. I'm ready to pass out. May as well do it indoors. Sweet Marif opens the door behind the bar for you. Your bed calls to you. Good night, John. Take care. You hit the pillow like a load of bricks. We're already at max health, but we did get some resolve healed. We have 1 new love, 2 new hate. That's because of the fingers. 3 fingers. 3 people who dislike us, 5 people who like us. Bunch of cards gained, a bunch of crafts gained. Yeah, that was a reasonable day. You wake up feeling groggy in the morning light.